Assalamu alaikum everyone. Hope you all are doing good. Do subscribe, like, and follow the channel. The topic that we are going to discuss today is a very interesting one. So, without any further ado, let's begin. The topic that we are going to be discussing today is optimization problem. So, before diving in further into optimization problem, let's see what actually optimization is. So the very basic concept of optimization is to find the most optimal or the best solution among a set of feasible solutions. Now here I have used the word feasible solution because sometimes there do exist solutions to a certain problem that are infeasible in nature. By infeasible solution, I mean the solutions that are not possible or does not satisfy all the problem constraints in general. So, to summarize the concept of the optimization, as we say the optimization state finding an optimal or best solution among multiple possible feasible solutions or a set of possible feasible solutions. For example, a person needs to travel from one country to another. A person will have different modes of travel. However, they select the travel mode that is best suited for their requirements or the mode that bestly satisfy their constraints. For example, the constraint could be the person wants to have a travel mode which is cheaper, or the person wants to have a travel mode which could be expensive but it should be less time taking. So the travel mode, cost, time, they are the constraints of the problem for traveling from one country to another for the person. And the person selects the best optimal solution from a set of feasible solutions on the basis of these constraints. So, in simple words, optimization is basically choosing inputs that will actually result in the best possible output scenario, that is the desired scenario. Let's take a look at a very simple example of an optimization problem. So this is a given parabola. The problem is to choose x that gets us the largest y. So we can try different values of x. For example, this value of the x and it gives us this particular value of the y, and at this value of x it gives us this particular value of the y. So we keep on trying different values of x to get different values of y, and then we compare them and see if we have already gotten the largest y or not. In other words, in this problem, we want to maximize the value of the y. So the value of y is the constant that we need to fulfill. So in order to solve this problem, we start by taking a particular value of x and compute y against it. Then we take another value of x and compute y against it. We keep on repeating this process until we reach a value of x which gives us the highest value of the y as compared to the all other values of the x. Now that value of x will be the best optimal solution because does not exist any value other value of the x which gives us the value of y largest than this particular value, which will be this particular best x. So you can see at this particular value of the x, the y is at its largest. Before and after this value, the value of the y is in the decreasing order. You may also have solved this type of problems in calculus class by taking the derivatives of the parabola and setting them equals to 0 and then finding the best possible x. So this is a very basic example of the optimization problem. Let's see where we can actually use optimization. Now that's an interesting question. Although we have already discussed to some extent the travel problem, where a person was using the optimization problem to find an optimal solution based on his constraints of the problem. But good news is travel problem is not the only problem that can be solved by the optimization. There are hundreds and even thousands of other problems as well as that could be solved by the optimization. For example, a bridge construction problem or airplane wing design problem, or maybe stock market predictions, etc. So let's discuss these and a few more examples of optimization and how actually optimization is helping us into solving these problems. Let's see their details. So here I have bridge construction problem. So the problem here is actually to design a bridge that can hold maximum possible load for a specific cost. So here is what we are going to do. We will take different designs of a particular bridge that are built under the specified cost, and then we will see how much load up any particular design is holding. So at the end, we will select the design, or we will optimize our problem, and we will select the best possible optimal design that it will can handle the maximum possible load. In this particular scenario, the input is the design, and the con- uh, constraint is maximum load bearing bridge. So in this particular problem, we are optimizing on the basis of this particular constraint, and we are optimizing the designs of the bridge under a possible cost or a specified cost. Let's see another, the airplane wing design. This problem, we need to design an airplane wing so that it can minimize the weight while maintaining the airplane infrastructure strength. So here is what we will do. We will take again different designs that could be built with the specified strength maintenance, and then we will see how much they minimize the overall weight while keeping the strength intact, of course, because the strength intact is our constant. The strength should be kept intact, and the weight should be minimized. And wing design is our inputs, of course. So at the end, in this problem, we will select the design that have high weight minimization while keeping the strength intact. So input is, of course, the wing designs. The output is the minimized weight, and the constraint is it should be maintaining the strength of the plane infrastructure. Let's see another example, the stock market example. So in stock market, the problem is we need to select a set of stocks in which a person could invest in order to generate the maximum possible return on the investment on the basis of each stock performance. Now, here we have a specified investment of a person. So a person will have a specific investment, and they want to select a set of stocks on the basis of that investment, which gives them a maximum possible return on investment. So what we will do, stock market experts solve this problem by generating different possible sets of the stocks with the specified investment that are having good performance, and then they select the one set which is giving the best possible return on investment. So in this particular scenario, the input is the stock portfolio, output is the maximum return, and the designs are the set of stocks based on the investment. The next is warehouse placement. So this is a problem that is faced by many manufacturers and sector industries, especially. The problem states the industry or the manufacturers needs to select a warehouse location from where they can make their shipments less costly in terms of time. So the input will be, of course, different locations of the warehouses. The design will be the computed time of each shipment for to the specified customers. The solution would be the choosing the best optimal location for a warehouse to minimize the shipment time, so that each shipment gets to our specified customer on time or in a less time. So in this particular scenario, our location of the warehouse is our input. Our output is the minimum shipment time, and our design is the time that we have been calculating for each possible against each possible location. Temperature control of a chemical reactor. So this problem is to set the reactor temperature so that it does not affect the products and maximize their purity actually. So we are keeping the products intact and increasing their purity on the basis of this particular temperature. The one solution could be controlling the temperature of a chemical reactor at different points throughout the process and keeping the log of the product purity at each stage. After sufficient log, one should decide the temperature that gives the maximum purity of a desired product. So the maximum product purity is our output. The react temperature of the reactor is basically the input. And this, the phenomena that has been going on is basically the design or something. This is a very interesting one. Space shuttle or suborbital vehicles trajectory are actually selected by the optimization as well. Isn't it interesting? A space shuttle have multiple possible trajectories, but the one trajectory giving the best view and the coverage of the targeted position is selected among all the set of the possible trajectories. So this selected trajectory maintained the fuel cost and the trajectory time at the same time. In the video, the trajectory of Juno is selected so it can orbit in the same trajectory as Jupiter, obviously, while minimizing the fuel cost and time. I We have seen various examples of optimization used in different fields, and from then you can see optimization is actually a very powerful tool that is being used in many applications. This was just a simple sampling of the many fields that make use of optimization techniques to improve the quality of their solutions. If something can be modeled mathematically, usually the model is selected using the optimization. Hope this lecture has helped you to understand the basic concept of optimization and its uses. If you have any queries or topic requests, feel free to comment them. Do subscribe, like, and follow to get more interesting lectures. Allah Hafiz.